You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. How are you? Come on in. It is Thursday, at least where I am. I don't know where it is where you are, but it's kind of cool. Do you get burnout? Are you feeling burnout? A lot of people are. It's how could you not be? I mean, it's busy these days. We're constantly on. We're just bombarded by stuff and forget work and everything else. It's crazy. But it's nothing new. Listen, it's just perspective. If you go back 100 years, it was busy for them too. They were busy all day chopping wood and stuff. I mean, look at us now. We're just clicking. That's all we're doing these days. We'll talk about burnout today. Before I get into the program with that, there's one word I think solves it all that will completely negate the entire program, and I'll give it to you up front, because if that gets you, you'll be fine. Otherwise, I'll give you a system, a 5-step formula, because that's what the internet wants these days. A framework. Give me a framework, Scott. It's a daily boost from motivationmove.com. Yes, a little sarcastic today, but that goes with it. So this is not your standard everyday motivational podcast for sure, because I motivate real people that live in the real world, that want real results, that are kind of tired of the stuff, but also don't want to be negative, like toxic positivity. You hear a lot of that out there, because I believe in being positive. I believe in being optimistic. But somewhere in the middle is where the show lands, where we just like, okay, the world's kind of wonky. It's not very nice, but we got to deal with it. So how do we do it? And that's what this show's about. Good to have you. So what is that one word? If I gave you the one thing that I have found instantly will cure your burnout, just worn out, can't do it anymore, can't go to the office anymore, just can't do it. The one thing, the one word is inspiration. Yep. If you get inspired, you're no longer tired. Wait a second. That's a good line. I should write that one down. If you get inspired, you're no longer tired. I love that. I'm a headline machine when you think about it. Yeah, it's true though. How many times have you been just bone tired? Been working hard, been doing stuff, and then your buddy calls and says, hey man, I got tickets to the game. You want to go? Yeah, let's go. I do it with motorcycles. I'll be busy. I'll be cranking all the time. My buddies will call and say, hey, we're taking a 5-day motorcycle ride to do the Tail of the Dragon or someplace else. You want to drop everything and come with us? Honey, I'm going. She said, you got stuff to do. I said, I'm sorry. She said, you said you were so tired and burnt out. Not anymore. I'm good now. Inspiration. That's it. Get inspired. It psychologically, something happens in your mind when it goes click. And when it goes click, you're like, I'm good. Let's do this thing. One last question before I move on. How many times has that happened to you? If it's happened to you before, then I suggest that you just go out and try to find a way to get inspired. But now let's get on with the 5-step formula for those of you who just don't believe me, okay? So Stephen Covey, Stephen was a dry guy, but a very smart guy. He passed away several years ago now. Used to call this sharpening the saw. Sharpening the saw is a concept that only those people who watch those Arctic videos where people are camping in the middle of winter up in the Arctic in minus 75 degrees understand the concept of sharpening your blade in the warm tent, because that way you can cut wood really fast when you step out of the tent. Yes, I've been watching some videos on YouTube. How do they get 40 million views? Man, that's awesome. Well, the same applies to life. So I have a formula I've used for years. I very creatively called it my 5 R's. I don't know what happened to me when I called it 5 R's, but it just happened. Ritual, rest, rejuvenate, reactivate, repeat. I run this on the cycles I run with my clients. I'm always looking for this. I want them to be moving forward, but at the same time, we have to kind of pace ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's not the sprint. It's not the hustle culture that will get you what you want. We all have to hustle. We all have to sprint from time to time. The hustle and grind stuff is real. And if you want to build a business, you're going to go through a period of hustle and grind. In fact, if you want to do anything in your life, there's going to be a period. If you sell a house and buy a new house, everybody knows what that's like, right? I don't want to do it again. Why? Because here we go. And if you have never done it, I'm not even going to go into it. But if you have, you know what I mean, right? But there are periods of time, and all you want to do is get in the new house and get settled. So here's what we do. Ritual, rest, rejuvenate, reactivate, and repeat. Let's start with number 1, because that's the easy one. Success comes when you perform ritual actions every day. That's the ritual part of it. In other words, figure out what works and do it. A whole lot of effort goes into figuring out what works. It doesn't matter what it is. I just had a conversation with a client today about leads for his business. I said, it's pretty simple, man. All we have to do is decide to do it, then choose a path and figure out how it works and optimize it, and off we go. Just do it again and again and again. Business should be boring. It should not be something that challenges you and taxes you every single day. Life should be boring. The basics of life, how you roll, how you take care of yourself, all the things you do should be pretty darn boring. It's not difficult. Well, I have to brush my teeth twice a day? That's hard. I know, but it's boring too. It works, right? So find rituals. And if I'm you, I would have daily rituals, weekly, monthly, and yearly. I would just have them, and I do have them. What else? Number 2.
Right now, get up to 15% off select storage solutions. Put heavy-duty HDX totes to good use, protecting what's important to you. The solid, impact-resistant design prevents cracking, and the clear base and sides make items easy to find even when the totes are stacked. Find select shelving and tote storage up to 15% off at the Home Depot to organize every room in your home, from your garage to your attic. Visit HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done.
Running full out all the time is simply not sustainable. You must stop and rest. I've been saying for years, you will change when you wear yourself out. It doesn't matter how bad things are. You'll put up with it for so long, you'll be comfortably miserable to the end of time. And one day you'll say, I've had it. I'm done. Talked about my son-in-law in his house a couple days ago. He's had it. He's done. Going full out will eventually come to an end. The stress will get you. You'll just get tired of it. And you'll be forced to stop and rest one way or the other. Yeah, I would like it to be your way, not the other way, because the other way is not good. The outcome is never good. A lot of people in my age category are trying to retire. And one of the big conversations they have is they want to retire before their body breaks down because they've been working so hard for 40 years. They want to retire now so they can then enjoy life. I suggest you start today. Number 3, resting allows your body and your mind to rejuvenate and become strong again. Now, this is really key. This is like sleeping. At nighttime, you have your, lots of different levels of sleep, but your REM sleep and your deep sleep. Deep is where your body kind of repairs itself. REM sleep is when you're really done dreaming and everything. And you need all the kinds of sleep. That's why sleep is so important. Your body needs a chance to rejuvenate. And if you've been running really hard, imagine at the gym. If you work out at the gym at all, and you do like I do, every few months you'll say, it's just not working anymore. I'm kind of getting worn out. So you take a couple of weeks or a month off. Your body needs a break. Your mind needs a break. So we're going to have ritualistic actions every single day We are going to not run full out anymore. We're going to rest. And then we're going to rejuvenate. Did I get all my things here? Yeah. And rejuvenate. Because what happens is when you are ready to go, or when you're in sleeping mode, you're rejuvenated and your body's getting strong again. After that, we're going to reactivate. Now, personally, I know when reactivation happens, and you've probably felt this yourself. You've maybe had a vacation and you've gone off on a vacation and you're just so tired. And boy, who has been so tired and so burnt out, and it's so difficult to get on vacation. Sometimes you wonder, why did I do this? This is so difficult to do it. And then you got to fly and drive and all the stuff. And then you finally get there. Oh, I'm poolside. Give me a drink. Then you're busy there too, but it doesn't matter. But about, 5 days, 7 days later, if you're lucky, you get 2 weeks. But 5 to 7 days later, if you're like me, you're like, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready to go. Not quite yet. Still on a vacation a couple days. I'm ready to go. It's like being on a cruise ship. It's like day 5, the last Friday night on a cruise ship. If you do a Sunday through Sunday cruise, Friday night on a cruise ship is like, this is really awesome. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm about ready to get off the ship, but not quite yet. That's when we rejuvenate. That's what you want. And finally, we want to reactivate. That's what we want to do. So if you've done all this and you've come to the conclusion it's time to go, you want to reactivate. And there's only one more to this that will get you there. You want to repeat. So when you ritualistically perform actions and then you stop and you rest and give yourself time to rejuvenate until you start to feel like, hey, look, here I go again. You can move into reactivation mode and start getting busy. And then when you start to get tired, you now know it's time to repeat the cycle, isn't it? It happens automatically for you. It's something to think about. Or you could just get inspired and it won't matter. Motivation is like that. A lot of years we studied motivation and, is it sustainable? Because it comes from the frontal cortex in your brain, the executive center. It has fewer calories to operate on. You can wear yourself out of motivation in a matter of a couple of hours or a day, certainly. If you've done that, you're very motivated, then you just kind of lose your fire. It happens. Well, what we know now is it is actually, you can refuel it. And you can refuel it in lots of ways. And you can listen to a podcast and get refueled. Hey, got another idea. Here I go. That's inspiration, isn't it? That's what that is. You can choose something that inspires you and it will bring back that boost that you want. You can take a break. It'll do the same thing. You can eat food. You can exercise. You can bring the motivation back continuously. But the 5 R's are what does that. It's cycling through a ritualistic daily activity, rest, rejuvenation, reactivation, and repeating it consistently over time, which may be the biggest challenge most people have, their feet. But now you know, right? And once you know, you got to do.